Traditional ideas about business growth just don't work for artists and multi-passionate creatives. I'm out here in City Park in New Orleans with one of my favorite friends of a different species. This is an amazing live oak tree because this tree, these trees, this park, nature made me think differently about growth and business growth and all the ways that we think about growth. We're fed all of these ideas about what growth means, especially when it comes to growing a business or a creative project, right? It's this idea of more, this constant upward trajectory, more money, more customers, more leads, more products, more profit. But what if more for you as a creative, as an artist, as a small business owner means more flexibility, more time with your friends and family, more time to enjoy nature, live life? What if you want more time to work on creative projects that are fulfilling for you, that bring more meaning to your life? What if your definition of more has an upper limit? Like these trees, they only grow so high. This idea of business growth, growth as creatives, and all the different ways that that can mean is one of these things that I can't stop thinking about. And I think it's something that we don't talk about enough, especially as creatives. Hi. In case this is our first time meeting each other, I'm Mallory Whitfield. This is Badass Creatives, your home for marketing, business, and life advice for creative entrepreneurs. This tree behind me is what's called a live oak tree. It's a species that is native to this Gulf Coast region here in the southern United States. These trees are beautiful and they live to be very, very old. Some of them can live as old as 600 to 800 years, which is probably the approximate length of this one behind me. Now, the branches of this tree only grow so high. It's never going to be a 15-story building height tree, right? Like, it's never going to continue to go up and up and up. But what does happen with trees as old as this one is that they get wider. If you know anything about the rings of trees, you can judge the age of a tree by how many rings it is when you cut it open and see its trunk, right? And that's the case with this one. It gets wider and wider. This tree, the reason that it caught my eye a few years ago and the reason that I feel like it's my friend, I really feel like I have a connection with this tree. I felt like it called out to me a couple of years ago. The age and the wisdom of this oak tree, it grows outward, right? It only goes high for so long, but then it grows outward and it continues to gain strength that helps it hold up during hurricanes and storms, strength that it's strong beneath the surface as well. They have these root systems that extend way, way, way far out, right? So in one direction, upward, it has a limit, but in width, in expansion, in depth, it can continue to grow in other ways. These oak trees are so strong and they're so majestic and they're so beautiful, and they're native to just this one small part of the world. Now, of course, our beautiful world is filled with lots of different types of plants and species and animals and things. And as individual people, as creatives, as business owners, we're also all built differently. And as I started thinking about nature and growth and the different ways that plants and animals and things in nature grow, it got me thinking about a different type of plant and how it's so different from this oak tree. So bamboo is another type of plant that I started thinking about. Bamboo is amazing in its own way. It is strong, it grows very fast. Some species of bamboo can grow a couple of feet in a day, which is amazing, right? And bamboo is strong, we use it to make fabric, and we use it for all sorts of things. The fact that bamboo grows so fast makes it really great for some of those industrial purposes. However, bamboo often has a much shorter lifespan. Depending on the species, the average is like 5 to 10 years that a single stalk of bamboo will live. And some species of bamboo can become very invasive, especially when they're planted in non-native environments. As I started thinking about these different ways that plants grow, oak tree growth versus bamboo growth, it made me think about business growth and creative growth and the way that we look at growth as human beings and the way that we've been taught and sort of made to think about growth. We often have this idea of growth as more, this constant upward trajectory. But we as individuals, especially as multi-passionate creatives, we get to decide what growth means to us. We can grow slowly to be mighty, wise, ancient giants like this oak tree, Or we can grow fast, like bamboo. We can take over the world and maybe burn out really fast. Nature shows us that there are lots of different ways to grow. There's not a right or wrong, there's just different. And there's different types of growth for different environments when it comes to plants. And as people, we're all built differently. We all learn and think in different ways. We have different working styles. We have different needs and lived experiences. For some creatives and for some small business owners, bamboo growth is where it's at. You want to grow fast, you want to scale quickly, maybe you want a giant team, maybe you want that $1 million benchmark. But we're not all the same, and some of us want oak tree growth. I, for example, have realized that I want oak tree growth. I would rather grow slowly, steadily, sustainably, and build something that lasts the test of time. Build something that creates freedom and flexibility for me and for the lifestyle that I want. For some of us, when we choose bamboo growth, that can mean sacrifices. It could mean sacrificing time spent with family, working on your own projects. Bamboo growth might even look like making yourself more easily digestible for public consumption, making yourself a commodity instead of being true to who you are. Look, I don't have all the answers, and I don't believe in one-size-fits-all solutions. My answer to almost anything is going to be, it depends. So whether you're thinking about growing your own business, growing your creative hobbies and pursuits and side projects, or growing your career at a day job, there's no one-size-fits-all. But it's about figuring out for you what's right for your needs right now, and knowing that that can change. What you decide is right for you right now doesn't have to be the same thing that's right for you in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. We get to choose. The important thing is that you choose, is that you become mindful about what's right for you. Put aside the expectations that society puts upon you, because, there's a lot of stuff we get told we should be doing that maybe we shouldn't. At the end, we only have this one life to live. I try to live so that I won't have very many regrets at the end. I don't know when the end will be, none of us do. And that's why this is so important. We only get this one precious lifetime. We only get this moment in the universe, in the cosmos. So you gotta choose wisely. This train keeps interrupting me.